your land, know your prey.
Rusty, I can hear him.
I can see him right over there. He's in the river.
Oh man, he is fired up.
Rugged, arid, and harsh. The calling card for the Four Corners region of southwestern Colorado. It's a landscape where temperatures can change on a dime. That might deter some, but not all. And not Mantracker. He's weathered it all. Challenging terrain is nothing new to this cowboy. He's bagged his prey in some of the most rugged areas of North America. He can't take all the credit, though. Mantracker's teamed up with some of the most accomplished horsemen around. And stepping into the sidekick role for this chase is Garnet Weeks.
I was born and raised in this country. I've rode ever since I could walk, I guess. Us kids used to ride up and down this canyon. That was our source of entertainment.
Garnet is as true a cowboy as ever there was. He breaks horses. Raises cattle.
There. Away.
And trains work dogs to help with the ranching.
Get back, Smokey.
Fair to say Garnet knows this land as well as anyone. Saddle that with his tough-as-nails attitude, and Mantracker has himself a valuable ally. As stout as this duo seem, they're going to have to work hard to prevent this pair of farm boys from claiming victory. David and Matthew, better known as Rusty and Clumpy. The nicknames are long-standing, like the friendship. Rusty's the farmer now, but Clumpy's always ready to pitch in.
Rusty and I get along really, really well. We have a good understanding of who each other are. I'm not going to say I'm smarter than him, but in some ways, when it comes to the strategy, I might pick up on different things where he possibly might not. I think we got a pretty good shot at it, working together, unless Mantracker's a whole lot better than I think he is.
A sentiment shared by his lactose-loving compatriot.
Hard work gets you so far, but teamwork can get you that much further. Without a doubt, I know that if I was in need, he would help me, and vice versa. I made a deal with my son. When we actually confront Mantracker, I promised that I wouldn't do any trash talking, and I'll respect that. I just hope that when it's all said and done, that we can shake hands with mutual respect and agree with one another that we both put forth our best performance.
Shaking hands is probably the last thing on Mantracker's mind. He's here to hunt his prey, and he knows this is not going to be a walk in the park.
It's going to be a little rocky, a little bit steep, and there's nothing really soft about the country. The different types of terrain are going to be good and bad in some ways. The good part is if it's really steep, it might keep them off it. The bad part is if they get on it, I can't get on it.
It's really going to be hard for the Mantracker to pick up those tracks on that terrain. It's dry, arid country, the wind blowing like it is today. You know, even if he gets a good track out on that dirt, it's going to blow it away.
And Rusty and Clumpy have no intention of making things easier for Mantracker.
We're going to fill these on our feet, help distort the foot pattern of our tread and our boots.
Aside from their booties, the friends are armed with a compass and a map, while Mantracker will rely on his wits and his steed. He waits 2 kilometers away for the flare that starts the chase.
I'm ready.
But you'd think he's a world away.
Blue sky and snow. Not a good mix.
The chase is about to begin as Mother Nature rears her ugly head.
Thought Colorado was supposed to be nice this time of year.
Somebody lied to him, didn't they?
Yeah.
There it goes.
This chase through the canyonlands around Dove Creek, Colorado, will span the bush and sparse forest from the rim to the canyon floor. Rusty and Clumpy have until sundown tomorrow to evade Mantracker and reach the finish. An island in the Dolores River, where a familiar reward awaits.
As far as staying warm, you know, you've known about it long enough now that the anxiety's just built up enough. It's just like rocket fuel. As soon as the flare went, we were gone, and being cold was the furthest thing from our minds at that point in time.
At the fore of Clumpy's mind, his inspiration for the chase.
I lost a brother in Afghanistan a few years ago. Anthony and I were always very competitive with each other. He was my closest brother in age, and we were always driving each other to go further and go further. If I can do this in honor of my brother, I would love to be able to say, hey, Anthony, you know, like, look what I did.
So far, so good. Let's just take our stuff off here and make sure we're doing good.
You can't be far behind us right now. It's kind of hard to hear anything with the wind here. Ready to move?
Just about.
You figured that flare went off around here somewhere?
I think it's just around the corner there.
It's right there.
Well, they left us a present.
Nice arrow pointing in the direction we're going to be heading. Maybe.
Well, I don't know what the hell. I guess it's supposed to be an arrow pointing that way. They probably went that way.
Just like a message in a bottle, huh?
He's going to love us.
It's a small book. I apologize for the empty milk bottles. Thought you might be a little rusty. Gave you some help when the flare site. I ain't reading all that. Yeah, I'll use that to start the fire with later. Well, they've probably gone this way. There's nothing out there, though. We'll take a little circle around and see what we can find.
Mantracker conducts a perimeter search, a strategy that pays quick dividends.
We got a bit of a toe kick right there. See, right here we got a really good toe kick, but it's almost too rounded. See, this is a logical place for them to kind of follow into. It's a little too thick there, and they got a good trail right here.
We haven't hit a spot yet that he can't get to.
Let's just stay here for a minute. Take a breather. Take the binoculars out. We'll look around.
I'm going to drop down off the side here. You want to take a peek and then just run back.
I don't see anything.
Rusty, don't forget to pan from left to right when you're looking at the binoculars. Always left to right.
Yep. I don't see anything yet.
There's a spring up this canyon right here, and it kind of got a little rock shelf both sides. It'd be a really good place for them to get out of the wind and travel. It's kind of hidden.
We'll take a look.
With little to go on, the horsemen move to the canyon. It dominates the landscape, and they know it will likely play a major role in the chase.
We got a bit of cover in here, but we're going to have to just take it and watch it.
The canyon room's just about a 3/4, half a mile over there, and it's real brushy. And I don't think they'll go off that.
Is it pretty steep?
Very steep.
How's that look for going over?
It's not going down there.
Too steep?
Too steep. We'll have to go back around.
Okay.
You know, that's open. That's too rough to get through. It's going to kind of funnel them north. We'll kind of angle that way, see what we can find.
All right.
I like to get down in here. That way we're totally safe. You can't get down in there.
No, but because we haven't seen him, we'd hate to go down there and then he can hear us. And then he's just sitting there waiting for us. I'll take a look.
Shoot, we're no good here. Rusty, keep moving down. There's no spot for us here.
Matthew, see horses.
Are you serious?
So far, so good.
I guess it's supposed to be an arrow pointing that way. Is it pretty steep?
Very steep.
Too steep.
Too steep, Matthew. See horses.
Are you serious?
Rusty and Clumpy have found refuge along the rim of the canyon, and they've spotted Mantracker for the first time. Early in the chase, the prey have the upper hand.
I'd sure like to see him down there.
He's in front of us. Is he? Identity prey. We saw Tracker before he saw us.
When we first saw Mantracker, there was no sense of fear. We knew we were safe. We tried to keep ourselves emotionally in check, not to let ourselves get too carried away.
We're gonna have to be cautious because he's gonna go so far. And he's gonna come over this way and check out the canyons.
I think we're in an okay spot. We're still keeping close to the edge of the cliff here.
I think we'll probably ride up the canyon here. I don't know if they've snuck by us or if they've gone down or gone around or what. We'll go this way, see if we can see some tracks or something back in there.
Sounds good.
It's a little frustrating at the start to know they have that big security blanket there with the canyon. But on the other hand, if I know they're underneath me, I can walk along and take my time, and they're going to be scrambling through the rocks. And, you know, it's 6 of one, 8 of the other. If I can see them, great. And if I can't, well, it's not so great.
If we go down all the way, we're bound and bent to stay down there because it's too hard to get back up again.
I'm making the climb back up again. No, I don't think I can take it. Do you hear the hoofbeats? I can hear him. They're coming. So that means he's come back. He's got to be close. I'm leapfrogging back and forth.
Keep tight against the wall.
We got a lot of really good disturbance right here. This thing right here, it's a big toe kick. All this stuff is fresh. Right here, we've got the actual design of the foot. They could have jumped over that edge. I haven't seen a track going that way. There's smudges down here that could be humans where they've walked along. See, if we come out over there and they were here, they might have seen us and scooted down.
But we'd never see them. I mean, they're going to be under us.
I don't know what the hell to do now.
I see him. I see him. They're right under the rim off. They just come out of that cave. See him?
Yeah, I do too. It was fairly evident at that time that we had just rode past them going the opposite direction, so it was pretty cool knowing we were that close that early.
Got some good cover here. Okay.
Went in behind a bunch of trees here now.
Coordinate there.
You see something right up there? Is that them?
Oh, there they are. Oh, quit it.
It is. There's Mantracker. He knows over there. All right, let's book it.
Tracker, that tree right there where that rock breaks, looks like where they're headed for. Is there a break in there?
It looks like there is.
Does this just go around? Do you think we can get up and run over to the side of the canyon and cut going around?
And cut back down again?
Yeah.
We realized that if we kept following the canyon, we'd never finish the chase. We'd run out of time, and yeah, we'd be safe, yeah, we wouldn't get caught, but there'd be absolutely no time. We had to take a risk.
Rusty and Clumpy make a dangerous move across open terrain in order to cut off a chunk of the canyon and gain some distance between themselves and the tracker.
It's just up here. Come on, Clump. We still have to find a spot to crawl down on. Come on. Perfect.
I don't see any more tracks. They might have cut back on us and went across that opening.
Well, let's pick our way back out then and kind of head up that way.
It's a good little run.
Oh.
I gotta lose my shirt. It's getting pretty warm.
Oh, I got him. The one guy's standing out on the point there. I don't think he's seen us yet.
They can sit up there too, right?
Yeah.
Try and cut us off.
Just get ready to book it if we need to.
Okay, they've kind of wandered down into the bush now.
I have a feeling we're gonna need a bolt soon. Hang it in there. As far as my energy level and
There's this stuff, it's keeping up, but we got a long way to go yet.
You know, it's catch-22. We've kind of caught ourselves in a bit of a bind. We're not as far as we'd want to be, and we don't have any idea as to where he is.
Oh, there. I can see him right over there.
Yep.
Right around the corner.
Oh, look at that. He's sitting there watching us. Pegged us.
Why let him get over that little ridge into the next little coulee there? We'll go catch him.
I gotta tell you, we thought Mantracker was better than that.
See him right over there.
Yep. I gotta tell you, we thought Mantracker was better than that.
The rim of the canyon isn't providing the coverage it did early in the chase. Rusty and Clumpy are now exposed. Mantracker has them in his sights, but they also have an eye on him.
They're sitting on their horses now.
They're still right there.
Maybe he's just sitting knowing he can't catch us and just tracking us, waiting for a better opportunity.
Or he's giving us more credit and thinks we're a lot faster than we are.
Yeah, right. Let's get going. At least we know where he is.
Yeah, they're doing a little jog. I see him. All right, well, let's see if we can find these potlickers. We'll follow this trail around, catch up to them. We saw where they kind of disappeared and they headed into what looked like a nice pine forest for traveling through.
All right, here we go.
Sure, yeah, let's go.
Let's take it up in here.
Lots of birds.
We got tracks here, yeah. There's that big heavy lug. Right here's all those straight lines we've been following. There they are again, right there.
Rusty, I think we got a decent place to throw our signs up. If you don't mind tying it to that tree. To that tree.
Let's do a little two-step through this stuff and get out of it quick.
Okay. And 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there's those straight lines again.
Once we get up here more, we can duck down and we can rest.
Big hunk of ribbon up here.
I don't know what that is. It's a police deal, isn't it?
See, if that was going to be put up by somebody, they'd tack that up there to stay there.
I brought along a little decoy. I didn't expect it to fool them forever. The only thing we're figuring is if it could just buy us some time. That's it.
You ever seen one of them?
Nope.
Well,
Beats me.
they did a good job of it, but they forgot the plywood and the 4,300 staples and, you know, everything else to hold these signs on. I don't know why they'd put it in the middle of a trail. It's normally at the start or the end, isn't it?
That's a weird one. I don't know. That don't make any sense at all.
Silly.
That in right there. See those 2 black lines?
No. There's that track right there with all those straight lines in it. These pine needles here, they were buried right in there. And there's those straight lines that I saw way, way back there.
Did you see something?
The only thing you can see on that whole boot print, which is right there, are those straight lines.
Well, it's not him. It's gonna be him before too long, so.
It's enough to know they went that way. Same boot print we were following.
All right.
In my opinion, I think we're due for a good encounter. Because the longer it takes before he gets it, the more geared up he's going to be to catch us, and that is not in our favor.
We've been expecting a good run like mad dash. I think he might be taking a little easy on us. Maybe he likes that we're farmers and ranchers and kind of got that thing going on. But I can only hope.
We haven't seen Tracker, but if there's anywhere around here that he's going to perch up high to have a look-see at us, so hopefully he'll keep following us up the canyon. This is allowing us to get across the other side.
We need it.
All right, let's keep going.
You can go all the way around this rim out to that big V point.
Garnet knew that they were going to hit a big V in the canyon. It kind of went up and stopped and came back on a 45. Knowing that they're going to use that rim to their advantage, it's kind of good for us because we don't have to start looking way out in the middle of the prairie. We know they're probably going to be close to that canyon edge.
It's starting to come to a point.
The farm boys can see on their map where the canyon bends, and they too are cutting off the triangle to gain some distance.
The second ridge in the canyon's on the other side.
Using intel from his guide and trusting his gut, Mantracker drops into a side canyon to lie in wait.
Oh, look. Horses. I see one. What are the ones in front of it?
We haven't seen these guys for quite a while. They were kind of headed for that point, coming back from a triangle we cut across.
What is he doing?
They should be somewhere along the rim of this canyon coming this way. If they want to get across, they got to come through here.
They must know we're up here.
Sat there and sat there and sat there.
Waiting and waiting, and the horses are getting tireder and tireder. Nothing. That was frustrating.
If we don't see them here in the next half hour, we'll head on out and come back in the morning, I guess.
Yeah, they're still sitting side by each.
I can't lie. We felt pretty pumped about that one because we knew where we were bunked, sitting hiding on the side of the mountain, that he didn't see us. Once again, Team Prey had seen Mantracker. Mantracker did not see Team Prey.
Got his tail between his legs. Giddy up.
We kept waiting to see these guys somewhere, and we never did.
It'd be futile to try to get a horse out of there in the dark, so that was it. That's the end of the day. We didn't know what had happened.
I'm sure I saw something up there, but even if it is them, we can't go after them. We got to get the hell out of here.
Leery of a darkened canyon, the trackers slowly make their way out of the bottom, while the prey get a dose of the inhospitable Colorado night.
Ouch. That hurt. I didn't even see that.
Still have no idea where we are.
Man.
We have to hit a road.
I don't know what we should do.
Rusty just found a road.
Well, we're within shooting distance of them now.
Should be a short ride in the morning.
If you're watching this show and you think you're going to go through the night, take some advice from us. Don't do it. No dice.
Hey, we got tracks here.
Did you see something?
It's starting to come to a point.
Come back in the morning, I guess.
Got his tail between his legs.
After a protracted game of cat and mouse on day one, and a cold night partly spent lost in the bush, Rusty and Clumpy have a long and challenging road ahead. It's day 2 of the chase, and they get straight down to business.
We should have a half hour, 45 minutes, considering where he was last night. If we can book straight up that road, that's our safe time. That'll give us some chance to get into some undercover, and we're going to head straight to that canyon.
Sure.
If we can get back down to that canyon, we're safe again. Can we be good with that?
Yep, that's fine. Let's go.
If that was those guys I saw up on the ridge, where are we going to pick up their trail?
Just right up there, Tracker. We'll go up over that hill.
All right.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the success we had yesterday, Lord. We pray that you continue to be with us and keep us safe in all we do, and allow us the ability to get to the finish line. And we pray. Amen.
Thank you.
Let's get up. Last night, Matt, Clumpy and I were messing around down here, so there's a few tracks here already. We're just trying to get as quickly as you can, conserving some energy, get ourselves up to the Y.
We got a boot print right there. There's those straight lines I was looking at yesterday. That gives me more of a footprint on the rest of the boot. That's kind of good, because if those guys did come up over there, and I thought I saw them, they'd probably hit this trail and hooked her in here somewhere. So that noise I heard could be right up here where they were camping.
Okay.
Are you coming?
Steep inclines. This altitude, they really get to you.
Clumpy's physical condition was only a small issue. Not only does he have heart, he has will and determination. Having those 3 characteristics can get you where you want to go.
It's kind of a natural place to camp, isn't it? I had tracks right here coming in and going out. We found their camp. There's a bunch of boot tracks. You could see where, you know, the grass was all matted down and stuff. They made a pretty neat little camp, but they didn't have any fire in them like us, so probably a fairly cold night for them, and good tracks going down the trail. Well, let's head on up the trail.
Coffee, look. I see some dust over there, almost at the ridge of our campsite. I can't make anything out, though.
About a kilometer down. So we must have hit our camp already.
Let's go.
The friends are feeling the heat early this morning and aim for a road junction for some anti-tracking.
We want to go straight here. You go that, cut in. I'll go this way, cut in.
Very, very tough. There's a lot of navigating through the bushes. You get to a point where, you know, yes, it's scratching you, yes, it's hurting, but no, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. This is the second day. We can't be poking around. We got to make some good time.
Mantracker's early good fortune is disappearing, and he finds himself reverting back to instincts.
If they busted off this way, what are they going to get into?
It's going to be real thick and woolly, and it goes right up to that point of the rim.
All right, let's try that.
We gotta get to the canyon.
All right, let's see if we can't go around that tree there and head up that way.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Rusty and Clumpy have been trying to find the canyon all morning. They're like a couple of kids who've lost their security blanket. But they also know that finding the canyon is the first step in their push to the finish.
Let's just sit here for a second and take a look. See, let's just get down, hunker down, and just kind of keep looking over there. He's going to be able to see us on the ridge.
I'm just glad we got to the canyon. There's 3 rivers. We gotta pick the right river. Just taking a guess at which one we want to go up.
Well, that river there goes up and then bends and it goes around that way again.
Maybe that's the one that we want.
There's no way we're getting down those cliffs. We're going to have to keep an eye on our backs, because if he comes up here along these ridges, he can just peep over and see us, and he knows right where we're going.
That's that point right there.
Oh, okay.
You can hear a bit of a ruckus of the birds up there.
I think those guys are going to be traveling on this ridge, so I'd like to get to these 2 trees up here.
If you think we're good to go, I'll follow you.
I'll take a chance.
But I think they're going to be on there using this as their escape route. This is frustrating. Not knowing where they are drives me stupid. Got a footprint right there.
Are you coming? Coffee, look.
We gotta get to the canyon. I'll follow you.
I'll take a chance.
This is frustrating.
Rusty and Clumpy have been making a hard drive all morning to get back to the canyon and the cover it provides. A frustrated Mantracker smelled blood, but he's lost the scent, and he has no idea where to pick it up again.
They could have walked by us 20 minutes ago.
You know, you'd never know it, that's for sure.
They could be just down below this bench here, too, couldn't they?
Yeah, you couldn't see them if they was right under us.
We're kind of grabbing at straws right now because we're not sure exactly if they're staying to the rim. Are they down over the rim? Did they find a trail? Are they down below? It's like chasing a crow around. You don't know what they're going to do.
Oh, halfway down.
We're safe here. We can't see over the edge. You can't see up.
You can't see us. You can't see us. I couldn't climb that if my life depended on it. There's one steep slope. I can really feel it on the balls of my feet. It's a lot of gripping.
Well, I really have no idea where these guys are. I'm hoping that they're on that hillside coming this way.
Man, this is steep.
They could be on the top coming this way. I'm just kind of crossing my fingers and hoping that I'm in the right spot. The one thing that's in my favor is I know they have to keep moving, and for some reason the prey always kind of think that I know where they are.
Going down the mountain, it's like hang on to the bush, slide down, grab another bush, slide down.
Man, that's a long way down.
just doing whatever you can to keep yourself from going. And at that point, it was actually steep enough that if you had let yourself go, you would have been going down.
This way. This way. Go. We're down.
You want to stay in here for a bit?
Till where the road drops off. Then we'll hop on the road.
All right.
Got them right down there?
Yep. There we are.
They're actually going back that way. I never thought they'd be that far down. Good news is we finally saw them today for the first time.
Yep.
Bad news is they're a mile downhill in a canyon, and if they hit that road, they're going to be traveling pretty quick. Well, they might as well get started. Finally, we get this little glimpse of this guy way in the heck down the bottom. I was hoping they'd be way up closer to us, but they're right down at the bottom. And Garnett says, you know, the way they're going, they're trying to find a way down to that road. You know, we have to go another probably mile and a half away from them to get down to the road to come back to.
The gnarly terrain forces Tracker to take a switchback detour down to the prey. But the horses are fresh, and Mantracker is confident he can close the gap. Rusty and Clumpy prepare for their push to the finish.
It's hot out.
Need a buggy and a whip.
Don't want to fall in there.
I don't see any footprints yet.
No.
Right there, right there, right there, right there.
Rusty, get down.
Right in here somewhere. If I threw a rock in there, I'd get an ouch.
I see it.
We're pretty safe down here for now. I think this road and the canyon almost meet here.
They do eventually.
One thing's for sure, they ain't coming up through this.
If we start bushwhacking on the side, it can get us down closer. Maybe up to here.
Kind of like watching a movie, isn't it? We should have some popcorn out here. They're going to run into a pile of hurt right over here. It's nothing but rocks and steep.
We're pinned up here, and we need to cross a road where they're sitting and holding off.
They pinched us up in here. You can see it right down there.
Their eyeballs.
Come on, Mantracker, wave at me. Hello.
I bet you they'd trade us positions right now.
The way this is looking right now, it's not good.
We wanted this and this to come to a point. They knew it was going to happen. They had to do something. They're going to have scratches in places that you shouldn't have scratches.
Mantracker was on the road, and we knew what was in front of us. We just didn't know whether it was in our favor. We felt as though that we were playing a cat and mouse game where the mouse certainly didn't look like it was going to win.
Well, they're going down in that wash right there.
So I bushwhack up into here. You stay back. And at this point, it's broken. Don't worry about me.
Clumpy said, let me go ahead 20 feet, and you stay behind, and then when you get the chance, you take off and run.
There's nothing on the other side of the road if we double back and look over.
Right down there? Yep.
Oh, right there.
Right there.
Rusty, get down.
Right in here somewhere.
Mantracker had Rusty and Clumpy pinned down in a ditch. But the pair felt victory was within their grasp. So after 2 days of working together, their strategy now is to go their separate ways.
Every once in a while, as we're riding along, you'd see this little gopher head poke up.
I see him. He's poking his head out up there.
You know, we're looking at each other from 30 yards away.
If I could get them both to come down, to think that we're both still together, give Rusty enough chance to make it across the road, at least we've got a fighting chance.
They want to come out.
I sacrificed myself to stay on the side of the road to keep them at bay. But I'm going for the finish line. Do what it takes.
I just ran up the hill, and I hope to goodness that there was some spot on the other side I could grab myself onto and get myself up out of safe haven from Mantracker.
We saw both of them right here. One of them came out. Either there's one guy hiding in there, and this guy's kind of the decoy, so we follow him, and then the other guy's going to bugger off, or the one guy's already buggered off. One of them might have scooted past us. Garnett keeps watching up top on his side of the road, and finally he does spot the other guy up high. So we know one guy somehow got across behind us and up on this stupid cliff.
He's right above us.
Is he?
I'm going to have to watch you don't kick a rock off.
We're like a kilometer and a half up that river, so if I can just keep tight to this side, stick in the brush, I should be able to make it.
This is Rusty here. You've got to look around. You can see that I've pretty well made it to the top of the mountain on the other side. I'm out at the Mantracker site right now. Matthew's still trying to carry on down the side as much as he can. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to head in that direction as much as I can.
We'll find somewhere to corral them. We're going to lose this thing. It's good having them this close, but it's a little frustrating.
Okay, here's our next scenario. It's really going to get thick from here to the river.
There could be a showdown at the river junction. Clumpy can either surrender or take his chances in the swift rapids of the Dolores.
In the river. You're caught, bud. Well, that's one. Let's go get the other one.
Couldn't have tried any harder. That was
You got a sidekick, you got Mantracker, they're looking down. Give up, son. I'm not sure what they said. I was really tired. All I could think is, I need to get somewhere and lay down. And then all of a sudden it was like, Rusty, where's Rusty?
Just took my last swallow of water, and I'm still probably 2 kilometers away. Plus, I have to descend down.
Rusty has put 1,000 vertical feet between him and the finish.
This is going to be a tough one. Folks, this is real. This is real.
So that's what that kid's looking at.
That's what he's looking at.
Holy crap.
There's no way he's going to come off of that alive.
Well, here I am. I think I got to way down to the bottom. Just be a matter whether I can get seen or not. Just get on the road, drop my stuff, and giddy up.
So we might have to go back and come back down where he went up.
If he's, yes.
But he's going to time out by then. I think it's safe to say he's going to lose.
He may be going to lose big time.
I still see the water. I know this is all for TV, and this is crazy what I'm doing. I'm sure each and every one of you that are looking at this right now are thinking, oh, what the are you doing that? Just in case the worst happens. I love my family, I love my kids. I'll see you in heaven.
There is a water chute down here about 3/4 of a mile that comes off, but it's almost vertical. We can ride up here just to be sure.
Okay.
First one's to you, buddy.
I just heard somebody yell up here.
Chase, you have to finish, Tracker. We came into this together as a team. We wanted to finish it as a team. If it wasn't for one, the accomplishments for the other would not have happened. And as far as the outcome of what happened in the chase, I believe we're both as victorious. Because if it wasn't for the sacrifices that he made for myself and our team, it wouldn't have happened at all.
Well, apparently you've seen a lot of country today. Congratulations. Good job. Hell of a job. The 50-50 split, I think, is pretty fair in this country. Both of them did a hell of a job, and it's tough country. It's big, tough country.
The feeling of disappointment, but at the same time, I knew I gave it everything I had. I took every opportunity that I possibly could, and I got captured, but I won.
The milk I drank was probably the best tasting milk I've had in a long, long time.
Cheers.